I was 10 years old when my mom took me to the mall for some back-to-school shopping. At one point, she wanted to look at something for herself in the women's clothing store, so I kept myself entertained playing video games on my phone while she shopped. It had only been a few minutes when I looked up from my game and saw my mom leaving the store, heading back out into the mall. I was a little irritated that she was leaving the store without me, but she could get hyper-focused sometimes, so it wasn't that uncommon for her to rush ahead like that. I followed her back out into the mall, walking behind her for several minutes, and she was always about 20 steps ahead. Things got kind of weird when we came to the exit, and it looked like she was going to leave the mall. I thought this was strange because we were supposed to be buying school clothes for me, but I figured maybe she just wanted to go to a different store, somewhere else. I was still a ways behind her when she went out through the glass doors and into the parking lot, and that's when things got creepy. As soon as she stepped outside, she leapt to the side of the walkway and dove into the bushes. I froze. Something about this felt very wrong. Not only had I never seen my mom move so quick like that, but it was in a jerky, unnatural way, almost unhuman. At this point, I was still about 10 steps from the door, and I couldn't move. The hair on the back of my neck was standing, and I had goosebumps all over my body. I wasn't sure what to do. There was no way I was going out into the parking lot now, not after what I had just seen. But I was also scared to go back into the mall because I was all alone. I started to cry. I don't know if I was crying because something was wrong with my mom or if I was scared of being lost, but I was completely hopeless. I kept watching the bushes wondering if my mom was going to come out when someone from behind me yelled my name. I turned around and saw my mom running toward me from within the mall, and she had a look on her face like she was going to smack me for getting separated from her. But she must have seen the fear in my eyes, because once she got close to me, all the anger drained from her face. She said, "What's wrong?" I said, "I saw you leave. It was you." She wrapped her arms around me and pulled me into a hug, and as she was hugging me, she looked out into the parking lot trying to see who I was talking about. Then she said, "Come on, let's go." She grabbed my hand and we walked quickly back into the mall. And as we walked, I turned back and looked out the glass doors, and from within the bushes, I saw my mom's face peeking out, smiling at me.